Spinal stenosis. So the word stenosis relates to a narrowing of a structure, and in spinal stenosis we're talking about the narrowing of the areas that the nerves travel through typically. And that narrowing then means the nerves can't function quite as well as they would want to, and therefore you get discomfort, pain or fatigue within certain muscle groups. Now, if I've got this little vertebra here, hopefully you can see that reasonably well. And this is just essentially a cross section or a single vertebra taken from the spine. In this case, it's lumbar spine vertebra. I'll get the right way around. It's taken from here. So each vertebra has got a hole that goes through the back, and through this hole here is where the spinal nerve, or the main nerve that travels from the head right the way down, the spinal cord, typically termed. If you damage the spinal cord, it's catastrophic in most cases and can lead to paralysis. Thankfully, very, very rare, usually due to a huge amount of trauma. But lateral stenosis, so if you've got a central stenosis, that would be a central canal stenosis. That can occur, and it can occur from a disc pushing back, or congenital issues that develop, or a huge trauma. But a lateral stenosis, so it's a stenosis that occurs each level here. There is a nerve that travels through this little gap here. The vertebra sits on top, so through this gap here. This is the lateral, creates what we call a lateral canal. If I show you on the model here, if I just turn this, I'll take this off and show you. So here we have each different vertebra has got a nerve exiting from it, and this hole the nerve comes from is called the lateral foramen, the lateral hole. If you get stenosis or narrowing due to either arthritic change, what we call facet joint at the back here, or a disc compressing back or pushing back, or any other space occupying lesion that shouldn't be there, a bleed, trauma, benign or otherwise, you can get narrowing or stenosis of this lateral foramen, as well as this potential stenosis in that central area. Now, if you get that, the nerves that travel from that area, they're not able to function quite as well as they'd like to. As a result of that, you don't get the nerves sending correct signals down to the appropriate muscles, so you'll find it'll either get tired legs, pain in the legs, sometimes sharp shooting pain, sometimes dull aching pain, and you'll struggle to function. So lateral stenosis and central stenosis are quite different. Now, we see an awful lot of central stenosis in a mild way, and by that I mean people will come in, typically slightly more advanced in the years, maybe the age of 50s, 60s plus, and they'll be having discomfort in the back, which means when they walk, they may not even feel it in the back actually, but when they walk for periods of time, and they walk in an extended position, so the backs are actually normally hopefully try to walk straight upright, they get a burning sensation of pain that travels into the legs, particularly front of the thigh and down the legs, which means or cramp in the calf, they can't continue. They also will often report if they flex forward, the symptoms will improve, and that's because you're opening up the vertebral spaces. So again, if I take this model here, if you look at the holes at the side of the nerves travel from, and if you flex forward, so I'm going to try and flex this chap forward, as you flex forward, the vertebra open at the back, which allows more space for the nerve roots. So often people describe, if they've got a spinal stenosis, they'll walk along, they'll be uncomfortable in the legs, they'll bend forward slightly, or they'll walk slightly bent forward, and the symptoms will improve. This is quite a good indication of someone having spinal stenosis. Now, activity management and improving the neural mobility is probably one of the best ways of improving spinal stenosis conservatively. In some cases, orthopaedic opinion can be sought, although it's a tricky one to improve orthopaedically. And again, in the vast majority of cases, conservative management is the best option. But if you feel you've got spinal stenosis, definitely get an assessment. There's often lots of bits and pieces that can be done conservatively without too much discomfort that can make quite a big difference to your life and function.